And welcome back to TVB News. A doctor in the northwestern province of Shanxi on the mainland has been given a suspended death sentence for stealing 7 babies from the hospital where she worked and then selling them to human traffickers. As Jenny Lam reports, a number of other healthcare workers were also involved in the crimes.
Obstetrician Zhang Shusha was sentenced today at Wainan Intermediate People's Court in Shanxi Province. She was given a death sentence with a 2-year reprieve for baby trafficking. Zhang worked at Fuping County Maternal and Child Healthcare Hospital. Her crime came to light in July when a mother suspected that her baby had been abducted. Police discovered that Dr. Zhang lied to the mother that she had syphilis and hepatitis and that the baby would be infected at birth. The father then agreed to give up the child. But it turned out that the birth was not difficult as the doctor had warned, yet the child was taken away before the parents saw the baby boy. The parents then sought a second opinion at a different hospital and found that the mother was not sick at all. They called the police. The baby was later found to be in good health in neighboring Henan province. Investigators found that Dr. Zhang had told similar lies to the parents of 6 other babies and convinced them to give up their children. The babies were in fact sold for between 20,000 and 60,000 yuan each. 6 of them were saved, but 1 died. Police then found that Dr. Zhang was part of a baby trafficking gang that sold the children to a number of provinces. Other medical personnel involved in the syndicate included hospital administrators, obstetricians and temporary staff at maternity wards. Some of them will be sentenced later. Jenny Lam, TVB News.
Here in Hong Kong, police are now treating last month's fire at Continental Mansion in North Point as a case of arson. They are looking for a man who was seen at the site just moments before the blaze broke out. Jada Silva reports.
The fire in the morning of December 29, 2013 originated in construction materials on a back alley. The flames spread a bamboo scaffolding outside the building, which was under renovation. The fire left 25 people injured. Now, police believe there was a criminal hand behind the fire and are looking for a man in connection with it.
Initially, it was believed that construction materials here in an alley behind the building caught fire by accident. But now, police is in possession of CCTV footage which shows the suspected arsonist walking around here just before the blaze.
Police issued a wanted notice describing the man as between 40 and 50 years old, medium-built, about 1.68 meters tall. He was wearing a dark jacket, beige trousers and light-colored sport shoes at the time. District Councillor Frankie Low says Continental Mansion residents are in shock after learning that this might have been an arson attack. They're wondering who could have a motive for doing such a thing. The fire triggered a heated discussion about safety standards at local guest houses and on whether these businesses should be allowed to continue operating in buildings like Continental Mansion. Residents have started collecting signatures for a petition demanding that the guest houses move elsewhere. The owners' corporation there has also passed a motion aimed at raising management fees for guest houses. 70 people had to be evacuated from the building when the fire raged on for around 2 hours on December 29th. Among those injured were many budget travellers staying at a guest house there. João Silva, TVB News.
Tests conducted by Greenpeace have found traces of toxic chemicals in children's clothes sold by a few high-end brands right here in Hong Kong. As Vicky Kung reports, the group has called on parents to be extra careful about choosing clothing for their kids.
Big brand names don't necessarily sell toxic-free products. Greenpeace tested a total of 82 children's wear samples sold across the world under 12 international brand names last June. Results show that 4 samples purchased in Hong Kong contained several toxic substances that can affect a child's reproductive, immune and nervous systems. Researchers discovered traces of fluorine-containing PFC compounds and a hormone-disrupting chemical, NPE, in a pair of sport shoes. A jacket bearing a different brand name was contaminated with NPE and cancer-causing antimony. NPE was also detected in a jacket and a T-shirt available at 2 other companies.
They can also choose some clothes with not less bright color or not that deep colors, because most of these clothes are tested with a toxic chemical named NPE.
Researchers warn that children or babies may end up absorbing some of these toxic chemicals when they suck on their clothes. Greenpeace says washing clothes can reduce the amount of harmful substances found on the fabric, but it will in turn pollute waters. It recommends parents to buy second-hand clothes instead because they might have already undergone more washing. Vicky Kong, TVB News.
All right, Tony, over to you for some sports.
That's right. We start with the Australian Open. I can tell you it's very, very hot down there, but the action is very exciting. Former Australian Open champion Roger Federer kept his cool in the scorching conditions to move to the next round of the tournament. He began his 57th Grand Slam event in a row with a straight sets win over Australian wildcard entry James Duckworth. In the women's draw, defending champion Victoria Azarenka was also feeling the heat, but she too kept her composure and her cool to move into the next round. Another top seed, Caroline Wozniacki, raced to a straight sets win over Lourdes Dominguez Lino. On to football now, and Cristiano Ronaldo won the second Ballon d'Or of his career after he was crowned FIFA's World Player of the Year. But we start our football wrap in England, where Arsenal returned to the top of the Premiership. After rivals Chelsea and Manchester City won over the weekend, it was the turn of Arsenal to prove their championship credentials. Jack Wilshere's 34th-minute opener against Aston Villa was quickly followed by a goal from Olivier Giroud. Villa pulled one back, but the Gunners held on for a 2-1 win, which takes them back to the top of the Premiership.
It was a big win for us tonight, and it was about two different halves. The first half was about playing our game and with the speed of our passing and the control of a game. The second half was more about fighting.
Meanwhile, Cristiano Ronaldo is the toast of world football after being crowned FIFA's Player of the Year last night. The Madrid star dethroned his goal-scoring rival Lionel Messi, who had won the last 3 awards.
I feel proud, and this is giving me motivation to work more and better for the future.
Jupp Heynckes was named World Coach of the Year after guiding Bayern Munich to the German League and Cup, as well as helping them win the Champions League last year.
Hong Kong can look forward to another fabulous display of fireworks this Lunar New Year. As Vicky Kung reports, organizers are showcasing new patterns to entertain the crowds.
Beauty is the theme for the annual Lunar New Year fireworks display, which begins at around 8 p.m. on February 1st. The spectacle will open with a montage of lipstick marks to smooch the city skyline, a first for Hong Kong. And according to organizers, the show will also create words that represent the concept of luck. Wilson Mao said the word win will appear in the air. He added it will appear twice, giving viewers plenty of opportunity to catch a glimpse of that part of the display. 4 barges will be positioned in the harbour near the Hong Kong Convention and Exhibition Centre in Wan Chai. They will carry 6 tons of fireworks to create a display that's 1 kilometre long and 300 metres high. There are 8 episodes to the show, and the whole performance is expected to last around 23 minutes. Vicky Kong, TVB News.
And that's an exciting wrap of our news.
Thanks for watching. Good night.
Good evening. It was cold today. At 5 p.m., the winter monsoon brought cold and dry weather to the South China coastal areas. And today's temperatures range from 10.6 to 16.8 degrees, and the current temperature is now standing at 13.7 degrees Celsius. The cold weather warning is now in force, and the fire danger warning is yellow, and the fire risk is high. So, Freddie, how's the weather tomorrow? Fine and dry tomorrow. Temperatures will range from 11 to 16 degrees. It'll remain fine and dry in the following few days. Tomorrow morning's air quality health index will be low to moderate, and the maximum UV index forecast for tomorrow will be about 6. And now to the latest global weather update. Sunny in Shanghai, cloudy in Xiamen. Sunny in Guangzhou and Macau. Cloudy in Beijing, sunny in Seoul. Cloudy in Ho Chi Minh City and Manila. Showers in Kuala Lumpur, bright in Singapore. Sunny in Karachi and Mumbai. Sunny in Cairo, bright in Nairobi. Showers in Brisbane, sunny in Sydney and Auckland. Bright in Toronto, rain in New York. Cloudy in Vancouver, sunny in San Francisco and Los Angeles. Cloudy in London, Frankfurt and Zurich. That's the weather. Have a lovely evening.